Me. I don't want people to think, hey, what's up? What's up, Facebook? What's up, LinkedIn? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Troy McKnight coming at you from Dallas, Texas with the Troy McKnight Show. I named it now, the Troy McKnight Show. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get back out here, guys. I've been kind of taking a break. I haven't been going live like I was like 6 days a week. But guess what? I'm freaking back. And you know what? I'm going to bring a guest on at least 2 or 3 times a week. And the day I was sitting up and I was thinking, I talked to my boy Robert a couple of days ago, and we've been planning this for at least a month now. I want to bring Robert on, man. Robert is a freaking rock star. And if this is your first time actually tuning into one of my Facebook lives, I'm in the home business profession. I like coming over here giving people tips, strategies on how to build a home business. But not only that, I don't care, and I know Robert don't care either. I don't give a flip what you do. What me and Robert want you to understand is whatever you do, you can be great at it. But you got to start with believing in yourself. And we just got through talking about belief. But I'm going to let Robert introduce himself, tell you guys a little bit about him, what he got going on, and then we're going to get into this. Robert, let's talk about this belief thing but tell them a little bit about you first.
Man, so my name is Robert Martinez. I am a motivational life coach. And the coolest part about that is, just like Troy was saying, right, the hardest part is the belief in yourself, right? The question I always throw out is this: if you never, ever did something, right, that you believe you could do, if you never did it, what's the outcome? Well, I'd never have it. Cool. But what if there's an inkling inside you that says, what if? So that's what I work on. I work on the what if. Let's get rid of the what if and let's make it happen now. So,
Robert, I mean, that's a good example, bro. But let's do this, because I remember not having no belief, self-confidence down in the tube, you know what I'm saying? Just didn't believe that I can accomplish anything, right? And I know if somebody out there that's going to see this, they're going to see the replay or they're going to see it, they might be struggling with that. They might see people around them accomplishing big things, especially in the home business profession, and they don't believe they can do it. How can they shift that to where they, where they work on their belief, where they can start believing that they can accomplish whatever they're trying to accomplish?
Troy, I was there. And that's why I feel so passionate about this topic, dude. We go off the cuff. And I'm so passionate about this just for the fact, for me, 12 years ago, dude, I was broke, busted, and disgusted. Okay. I was sitting there stealing power from my next door neighbor in the apartment I was living in to charge my phone, to put a lamp on, to take a cold bath, right? Because they cut my utilities off. And I'm sitting there, dude, not knowing what's going to do. But the only thing I knew was there's hope for tomorrow, right? There's hope for tomorrow. But I had to have a mentality that said, man, I have to have it tomorrow, because if you don't, you're going to sit there and be like, man, woe is me. And then therefore, a lot of people fall in that, man. A lot of people fall in the, man, life smacked me. Les Brown says this best, man. He says, if life tends to knock you on the ground, man, land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up.
I mean, that's powerful within itself. And that's the way it is. And most of the time, Robert, what I've learned is most people have some type of adversity, something great that happens to them that makes them shift, like they don't have a choice but to do it. Like when you was actually borrowing electricity, we won't say stealing it, but you
right. Yeah, it was loan.
You was borrowing electricity from somebody else's house, right? But you was in a situation where you had to win. It was a shift. It wasn't like you couldn't think like, man, you couldn't procrastinate no more. It was like, man, you know what? If I make this happen, I got to make this happen, or I'm going to be stuck like this. You see what I'm saying? I don't have a choice but to do whatever I got to do to make this happen. And I think a lot of people, it gets to that point, right? But also people can actually follow people like you, Robert. I mean, they can be inspired because you just shared the powerful testimony. They can hear your story, right? And they could be going through something like that, and that can inspire them to help build their belief. And if you're not following Robert, you most definitely want to follow Robert. You want to shoot him a message, you know what I'm saying, about what he's doing, because he's actually in the home business profession. Him and his wife is building a freaking business. It's thriving right now. So you most definitely want to follow him. But Robert, another thing that happens, and I talked about it earlier because we can talk about belief, but man, attitude.
Oh man, you so right. That's a big one. Mentality and attitude go so hand to hand that, man, you first got to believe in it. But second is not only the belief, now you got to do something with it. You have to change your drive. I listen to mentors, man, that talk and they tell me you break your day down, right? I break my day down in 2 right now. All right. When most people are getting that second sleep in, man, I'm getting ready to go to work, right? I still work, right? I still have a full-time job. Come out. Not after that, all of a sudden I come home, help the wife with a couple things, and then we start on the entrepreneur side of things, right? Coolest part, man, is the mindset, man. Like when you get that shift of saying, no matter what happens, I have to succeed, right? Everything changes because it's no longer you against the world. Now the world says, wait, what's Troy doing? Wait. Oh, look, Troy about to step in. You know what? Let's help Troy out. And then you start seeing, man, a lot of people talk manifestation. A lot of people talk, different things. But man, that's when the world steps in and says, man, Troy doing some big things. Let's help Troy out. So then you go to the next level. And all you do, people say, oh, next level brings out new devils. Wrong. Don't ever look at it that way. What you want to look at, and my wife is a great example of this, man. She's a rock star in this. All right. She took something that was meant to just knock her out. Make plain Jane, this is who you're gonna be. That's it. And she said, there's got to be better. And inside her, man, it's got to be better for a long time. That when she started breaking the mold of the old, new things started happening, new things started coming, new levels started flowing. 6 years deep now, this woman, dude, is on fire. This woman's reaching out to people. They're reaching out to her. She put her story on Facebook today, right? 83 comments in 22 minutes. How crazy is that? But what it is it takes a mindset of breaking the mold of what used to be, what people told you you're only going to be. And it's like, man, there's got to be more out there. And when you have that hunger and desire, your mindset changes, your attitude changes, and then you start getting hungry, man. You start like, I got to get this, right? It's no longer you eating ramen noodles. Now you looking at a little T-bone steak. Next thing you know, now you upgraded. You looking at that filet mignon. You be like, oh, now you know what? You want a lobster beside it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things, man. It might be baby steps and it might be day to day, but put it out there, write it down, get you a vision board. And the coolest part behind it, man, if you can see it, you can achieve it.
I mean, that's powerful within itself. And 22 minutes, 80 something comments, a lot of times we're going to hit another one that people struggle with, because your wife, when she first started posting stuff on Facebook and social media, she wasn't getting that. Right. But what she did, consistency.
Yes, sir.
That's the key. That kills a lot of people. I'm working with one of my business partners right now as we sit here. I'm at my friend Sean's house, and you see behind the picture is his wife right there, right? But, I'm working with a friend. Consistency, man. Consistency is the key. Sometimes people do something, they get 1 or 2 no's, that they stop, or it don't go as fast as they want it to go, they stop. Hit that consistency, Robert. Why did that play a big play in, success?
Man, I'm going to hit it with you as the example, dude. You are that person that's consistent. You on Facebook every day. You reaching out to people. What I love about what you've done is you're not out there blasting your product. Hey, this is my product. Hey, you got to get your hands on it. Hey, no, you bring value to the table. You consistently bring value to that table. And consistency, you doing it, man. If it doesn't work this way, you working it another way. But you being consistent with where your direction is, with what your goal is. And that's, man, there's nobody greater on this planet than you, Troy, with that. You bring consistency every day. You bring value to the table, and you trying to help people out, no matter what business they in, no matter what they're pushing, even the mindset of, can I do it? Man, some of your lives are so consistent in, man, if you have a dream, let's get it. Let's get it. Come talk to me. You're consistent.
Coach, all right, but that's what it's about. I mean, you know me and you in different companies. You're in a wellness company. I'm in a wellness company. But guess what, man? I'm competing against Troy. I'm not competing against Robert. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't get. They be like, Troy, why you bring all these people on a different? Man, I don't care, because we all can win. Because somebody on here going to see this video on YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook. Later going to see the replay, and they're going to be resonating with Robert, and they can reach out to Robert. Then somebody going to see it, and they're going to reach out to me maybe. I don't know. Or somebody that's going to see it, that's already in a company that might be struggling with these things, the belief, the attitude, consistency. They're going to see it, and it's going to make a click for them, and they're going to build their business. Because I truly believe the more that we sow into others, the more we're going to get in return. Because it's everywhere, bro. And we in this thing to win. We're in the greatest profession in the freaking world. There's nothing else like it. What are you talking about, where a person can take a few $100s and turn it into, an extra 6 figures a year, or take a few hundred and turn it into extra $500 or $1,000 a year. So we truly are in the best industry in the world. And if people can grab hold of that, and you said consistency, I always like to tell a story, Robert. I haven't told it in a while. I remember I did a 14-day video challenge with Ray Higgins, right? And me and my wife, Lisa, and my son, Tunk, we was headed to the gun range. And I was telling her about this challenge, and I was throwing all these ideas with her, right? And she was like, this stuff. And I mean, she was telling me stuff that I didn't want to hear, right? But at that point, it was a shift in my life, right? Because I said, you know what, man, I'm going to do videos almost every day. And I went to 5 days a week. Then I went to 6. But even at that, sometimes, you know, like even now, you asked me not too long ago, man, Troy, you don't do the videos like you used to, right? Because I started doing other things, right? So I kind of got off my game a little bit. But then like people like you and other people start reaching out like, bro, where the videos at? Because I was so consistent for so long. So
yes,
I said
sir.
the other day, and I said, I made the comment again, Troy, no matter what, some days you can't do 6 days some week, but every week you're going to do at least 4 to 5 days. So I made that agreement with myself, because what happens is when you do that, you start being more consistent in other parts of your life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what takes people to a whole nother level. But if they can just get that, whoever looking at this, if you can just truly get that, man, you can create some amazing results. Robert, talk about, because I like to use you this example. Why do mentorship plays a key part in a person becoming successful?
Oh, man. Oh, mentorship, man. So many different reasons. But here's the biggest one is this. We all need that little kick in the tail, right? Somebody sees something in you that you have yet to see. And when you get that mentor that locks arms with you and says, man, Troy, you know what? I see greatness in you. Until you believe in it. A good friend of mine uses this quote, I'll believe in you until you believe in you, right? And a mentor and using that, man, all of a sudden it plays a game with your head. And you said the perfect word. It allows you to shift, right? It allows you to be like, wait, what does that mean? I believe in you till you believe in you? But once you grab it, it's like, man, he believes in me. That mentor says, man, you know what? You can call me day or night. I got you. And they start building and putting in you and lighting you up. Man, by the time you know it, that mentor locked arms with you, said, man, let's go. You start waking up in the morning like, yo, Troy, what's up today, man? What's good? You start catching that fire. And then guess what happens? Now you mentoring others, because what they saw in you, they built and they started. It's like a diamond, man. A diamond ain't just pretty off the jump. A diamond has to be polished. A diamond has to be smooth. It has to be taken from that rough stage to, woo, now all of a sudden you're looking 6, 10, 20, whatever, $1,000 on that diamond. But it was a lot of work to get to look that good. And that's what it is on behind the scenes. That mentor is behind the scenes, polishing it off, saying, hey, I got you. Good job. Looking good. Let's go. Man. Those are important in life, man. And there's mentors for seasons. There's mentors for long terms. There's mentors that come in your life just to speak a word. And then years down the road, you like, wow, what he said back then makes sense.
Robert, I mean, it's so powerful because I'm sitting here smiling and I'm thinking about it. When people don't know my story, bro, I was like very, very shy, didn't have no confidence, no self-esteem, because I grew up dyslexic, right? So dyslexic, I mean, you have trouble in school, reading and stuff like that, right? So when I first got in this profession, when people see Troy today, I'm a different person than I was a month ago. I'm completely different than I was 90 days ago. I'm fucking like 57 pounds less. I don't even weigh the same, right? But I remember being in that company. I used to walk around with my hair down all the time. And I remember my friend George, he played professional football, and even his wife, she used to always say, Troy, lift your head up. Every time she would see me, because I'm around people that's like multimillionaires and making way more money than me, but because I had been beat up so much through life, right? I'll walk around with my head, get your head up, because guess what? They saw things in me that I didn't see in myself, right? And now today, people see Troy and they be like, golly, man, it's a completely different guy than he was 19 years ago, right? But what they don't understand is I'm a different guy than I was yesterday. I'm a different guy than I was 90 days ago. Now, I actually got a coach, and, my coach see things in me that I don't see in myself. Yes. He's sowing into me because he see things in me. But if I didn't have that person that see things into me, I wouldn't be able to create what I'm trying to create. So If I wouldn't have had my friend George and his wife Consuelo in the beginning, right? Lift your head up, man. They believed in me, right? I started reading books. I started working on myself. I started becoming better. I started attracting the right people in my life to pick me up, right? If I didn't have that, I would still be the same guy I was 19 years ago. So that's what people don't understand. Everybody wants to be successful in the home business profession or just in life. Everybody want to be successful, but you can't be successful if you don't get the right people in your life, right?
Right.
And everybody want to be successful, but they don't want to get uncomfortable. Because where you at today, whatever income level you at or whatever your situation is, that's that situation, but it ain't got to stay the same. But in order to get to where you want to go, oh, freaking, you got to get very uncomfortable.
Oh, man.
Comfortable. You got to get freaking hungry. You got to be so laser focused that, you know, like, man, ain't nothing going to stop me. I'm going to accomplish whatever the heck I got to accomplish, and I'm going to do whatever I got to do to make it happen, right?
Absolutely.
You can't be the same person. You got to constantly be reinventing yourself. And you got to have the right people around you, man. I mean, that's really, whoever looking at this, I really want you to get this. Me and Robert really want you to get this, because you can be great, but you're not going to be great being the same person. You got to change. I'm working with my friend now. You know, we call it leads and stuff, and I'm teaching them how to call people and teaching them how to reach out on Facebook and Instagram, right? And I could tell he's uncomfortable, and I told him I was uncomfortable before. And another key thing of it is, this is what I want, whoever looking at this, you got to be bad before you become good. I'm not saying don't practice, don't do stuff, but you got to be bad before you become good. Robert, we all got to be bad before we become good, right?
Man, absolutely. You know, it's funny you say it like that, but here's the craziest thing is, you focus on the no's, right? Because a lot of people, they're so afraid. Man, what if they say no? Okay, that's just one way of not promoting it. One way of not asking that question. One way of, okay, cool. Oh, but can I ask you this? What can I do different? Wait, what? Because if you ask that second question, now they're going to give you feedback. The no now turns into, let's conversate. By the time you know it, they done told you feedback of how-tos. They done told you maybe what might work. So when you get to that next call, yo, you know what? Hey, Troy, man, I tell you what, it's been a long time me and you ain't talked, but man, I tell you, I got this product that's off the chain. It's doing some amazing things. I lost 57 pounds on it. What do you think, man? If me and you just talk about it, would you sound like something you might be interested in? Wait, what? Yes. You went from that no longer is a fear and a burden, right? Look at those no's as a success thing, man. Look at that no as, man, okay, cool. That's just one way. Thomas Edison, how many times did he blow through light bulbs before he made one work? Right?
You know what? That's so powerful. And I'm glad, man. Look, me and Robert or whoever I bring on, guys, what you guys got to understand, none of this stuff is scripted. I mean, we just flow with it. And now Robert got on the nose. And I had put this up. I had my business partner, my friend Alex, hand me my phone because I was looking at a tip by my friend named Kelvin posted on his Instagram. And I wanted to share this. MLM tip. The yeses build your business, but the no's build you.
Absolutely.
So like me, you know, one of my mentors I follow a lot, Ray Higgins, you know, Ray said when he was building, he would go for 20 no's a day, right? So, you know, as I build my business, mine is averaging between 15 and 20 no's a day, right? So even if I get yeses in between them no's, I know I can't shut it down until I at least get a minimum of 15 no's, right? So because I know the yeses is building my business, but the no's is building me. The no's is making me who I need to be. You know, that leader where people want to follow me. You know, you can't, if you just get a yes, man, and you just saying you going for the yeses, and yeah, yeses is fine, right? But in order to get to the yeses, you're going to get to no's. And then when you building this, what me and Robert want you to understand is you're going to get way more no's than you do yeses because people are programmed to work for people. They don't understand it. People say they want better, but they don't understand it. They just program to work. So you're looking for another Robert. I mean, when you building your business, you always got to ask yourself, I'm looking for me. And whatever level that is, that's why you got to keep growing. You got to become a leader yourself because you're looking for yourself. Me, when I'm building my business, I'm looking for somebody else that want to be Troy. I'm looking for somebody else that want to grow. I'm looking for somebody else that want to make an impact in, you know, other people's lives to a certain extent, right? But one of the biggest things that I look at our profession, sometimes people say, man, you can come over and make $10,000 a month. You can make $5,000, right? But Robert, I just want to show people how to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month.
Man,
because if I can show enough people how to make $500 to $1,000 a month, guess what? I'm gonna have some of them people gonna be like, man, I made 500, now I want to make 1,000.
Absolutely.
And I made 1,000 now, I want to make 2,000. Because guess what? They get the concept. The more I make, the more I help other people by getting my product or my service in the marketplace. And the more lives I change financially. It's that simple. That's what we do. People get it all twisted. And if you don't have that free ebook, the 15reasons.com, why you might consider a home business or you might be in a home business, you most definitely want to grab that book because it'll give you maybe some tips and strategies on how to build your business. And if you're considering a business, you most definitely want to reach out to my boy Robert because he got an amazing business that him and his wife is building. Hey, Robert, we're going to close this out, man. But hey, Robert, do this, man. You know how you always do that tip about the pour in and shit? I like the way you do that. ending with that, bro, because we talked about mentorship. We talked about the importance of getting people to pour in. Could you end it with that, man? And maybe
look, I'm glad you said that, because look, 2022, I got a word, right? And every year for 6 years now, man, I've had words given to me, right? And I study that word. I really hone in on that word. And my wife was one of those kind of like, okay, baby, go ahead, do it. There's our word. This year, she's got her own word, right? But my word was imagine, right? If you can imagine, man, your imagination's everything. It's key. It's key to your future. It's key to everything, right? So I'm sitting there, man, and I'm studying, right? And I'm gonna share this with you. And this is how I'm gonna run with what you said, just pouring in, right? The good book, man, Isaiah 60 says this. It says, arise. First thing, arise. Second thing it tells you to do is shine, right? It says shine, be radiant with the glory and the brilliance, right? And then the third thing it says is to be radiant and the glory and the brilliance that has risen upon you. Troy, this is your year. Everybody watching, this is your year to arise. Do something different. Step out the box. Get uncomfortable for a minute. Shine. Man, the song says shine bright like a diamond, right? Come on, man. I ain't no vocalist, but dadgum, that song feels good when you start thinking about it. Third one is radiate. Be radiant, man. Let your light shine. Be a positive influence to this world and watch what people say. People gonna be like, man, you changed. You know what? I did. That old me was dying. It was being decrepit. It wasn't going nowhere. But there's a bright future inside this, and I'm going to run with it. And that's what I want to say, Troy. I'm going to leave with that, man.
Hey, man, I hope whoever looking at this, I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, if you're not following my friend Robert, you most definitely want to follow him. 2022 is going to be your year, whoever looking at this. But remember, in order for 2022 to be your year, you got to be willing to get uncomfortable. You got to be a completely different person than you was in 2021. And you got to be growing every day. You got to constantly reinvent yourself. I mean, you can't stay the same. I mean, if you're looking to go from here to there, I promise you, you can't be the same person. So, for me, if I wake up in the morning and I feel like I haven't learned nothing that other day, if I don't learn something new today, I feel like I'm falling behind, I'm losing. So you constantly got to be learning. You constantly got to be working on yourself. And with this, I hope this helped you out. Whoever looking at this, hey, if you're looking at the replay, hit replay. Let us know where you tuned in from. And with that, God bless. And hey, you guys have an awesome weekend. And Robert, hey, bro, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate this.